2. This is your clay demo for a Native American coil pot, and we're going to carve a totem on each side, and we want it to go straight up, okay? You need a golf ball sized piece of clay. Then you are going to roll it and then flatten it between your palms to make a slab. A slab is what? It's a flattened piece of clay, okay? Now, when I do this, you can also pinch in the middle and then slowly rotate your hands outwards. You want it to be about as thick as, a little bit thinner than a marker, okay? So I like to keep one of these handy because that's the size or the thickness you want your base. That's also the thickness you're going to want your coils that you're going to make. Now coils, you're not going to get them perfect the first try, okay? So, I like to use these little cups for measuring. So I set it on top, take your pencil, keep it straight up and down, and cut around it, okay? And there's the base for the vase. Now, I'm going to carve my name in the bottom. I'm going to put Mrs. C. Please put your full first name and your last initial, okay? And I'm going to set that aside for just a second. Then, I'm going to get another piece of clay. Now, this is where rolling coils comes. It's tricky. Your first couple may not turn out. That's normal. If your clay gets too dry, get new clay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it. I want a new piece of clay, and I need a little bigger piece of clay. So if clay is too dry, you can't roll coils. They'll just crack. And so you really do want to make sure you have a decent type of clay. That would be okay, but I'm going to take this fresh stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually squeeze it using my hands and just kind of cupping around it into a long log or roll. Or what does it look like? Go ahead. That's not what you guys are thinking. That's not why boys start giggling and laughing. It looks like a turd. It looks like poop. Okay? Okay. Growing up, I had 2 brothers. I don't know why boys are fascinated with the toilet and what they do in the toilet, but there were times. Okay? So, squeeze it out. Okay? Squeeze it out nice and long. Now when you go to roll it, come back to me, guys. Rodenberg. When you come back to it, if I can't see you, you can't see me. Thank you. If you're rolling this, basically the weight of your hands and sliding them apart will help it roll apart. Now, here's the trick though. You want to go fingertips to past your wrist so that you get a full rotation, okay? So fingertips past your wrist, slide your hands apart. Fingertips to wrist, slide your hands apart. Now, if you don't do your fingertips, if you just do this and rock, what's going to happen? It's going to indent. It's also going to get flat and squished. So in order to get round coils, I'm just using the weight of my hand. I'm slowly rolling or slowly spreading. No matter where I set my hands, I spread them apart, and I'm rolling fingertips to wrist. Okay. And then when I get a coil, just a little bit big,
I'm a big boy.
That is about as thick as a marker. Okay, so this needs to be a little bit thinner. Then I'm going to be ready to start building. This isn't that bad.
What?
Yep.
You can make it bigger?
Yeah. In college, I made a whole human torso out of coils, and my coils would go from like here over to the pottery wheels.
Huh?
How do you guys get that big of
Okay, now I've got this. My first one, if you remember, I need to score. What is scoring?
Or like scratching it?
Yep, I need to scratch a jigsaw fit in here. Okay. And then I like to measure my coils. And so I'm going to just measure, I want it to sit on top and slightly in. Okay.
Cool.
So then I'm going to score this side. Then what do I do if I'm attaching clay?
water it?
Water, score,
Yep. I need to slip it. Now slip at your age. It's more than just adding water. You actually want to fill these cracks and crevices. See how I'm filling them? And then smear them a little bit. If you leave air pockets in there, it can bust off. Okay? Now I'm gonna take this gently, I'm gonna push it down on top and inside just a little bit.
So skinny.
Okay, that's okay. Now the first coil, I want to smooth up from the base. So this is my very first coil. I'm going to smooth up from the base all the way around, okay, to attach it. Then after this coil, it doesn't matter which way you smooth, up or down, okay? I actually tend to smooth down after this first initial coil. So the first one I'm smoothing up. The ones after this, I tend to smooth down. You don't want to make it too thin. Notice, I only smooth the outside. I'm not pinching the clay. If you pinch the clay, it'll get too skinny and it'll break. Instead, I might use my hand up against the outside, and I'm going to push some of the clay down on the inside, but I'm not pinching it. I don't want to thin it out too much, okay? Thinning out the clay any skinnier than a marker is bad, all right? So you want it to be about the size of Coil marker. When that's done, I can start putting coils on, and I can do a couple at a time. Now, I'll talk about that, give me a sec. When you're going, I want you to go straight up and about this tall. In order to go straight up, you have to roll your coils into the center just a little bit. Why? Why are we rolling them in a little bit? What happens when you're smoothing coils? They stretch. So if you put your coils straight like this and then you smooth them, they're gonna go like this. And we don't want that, we want straight. So when I put my coil on, I tilt it towards the inside a little bit so that as I smooth it, it goes straight, okay? So I tilted it to the inside, the next one up, okay? I can tilt it to the inside. Now, because these coils are all from the same piece of clay, I don't have to score and slip in between them. I can just stack them up and then I can smooth them. But each day you come in, so like if I leave this sit in a bag and then next time I come in, I go to add a new coil from a new clay, you gotta scratch and slip and score, okay? So once I'm going up, I can go up however many I can. I can't make another one. Now I'm gonna take a break and not pinching it. I'm basically smearing the clay into the low spots.
I thought you said to put down.
No. You can go either direction after the first one. Whatever's more comfortable for you. Right now, it's more comfortable for me to go up with the direction. Okay? So I'm gonna do both the outside. I can give it a roll to help keep it nice and round. And then I'm gonna do the inside too, and I'm not pinching it. This is for support. I'm just taking my thumb and I'm smearing the clay. Okay, nope, I wanna leave it right because I'm teaching right now, it can wait. Okay, so I'm just smearing the clay round and round. Okay, like so. And when it's smooth on the inside, smooth on the outside, I can set it aside, get another coil going, and I can start again. My next coil, do I need to score, slip, and smooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? Very much so.
Okay.
What grade do you have to? What grade do you start doing like that?
Either middle school art in the summer, so I have a summer art camp and we learn those, and then you can go on them throughout the year. Or in 9th grade, intro to art in high school, I teach them. I have to have you for multiple days in a row to teach those. So it's hard to do it when you guys have it once every third day. Okay? Now, at the end of the hour, this will go in a bag I'll give you. You'll seal the bag up, and you guys are gonna put them on the white table. Then, you fold up your mat, you wash anything you used and put it away, and you wash and dry your tables. Got it?
Yep.
If I approve your totem, you can get started with this today. The directions are also on the board written down for you to follow. Okay? All right.